You know what? Sony showcase yesterday, big ups to you guys. Like you guys came out swinging in that damn showcase for real. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. As always, if you're finding me for the very first time, please be sure to click that like and subscribe button. So yesterday was the Sony PlayStation 5 showcase, which they displayed a lot of games. Now I wasn't able to watch this showcase live, but I did get to see it later on. I got to see a lot of the trailers that came out, a lot of really good stuff. So there was stuff in there that I liked that I know no one's really even talking about. And I'm talking about like the Uncharted Legacy Remastered Collection, which is gonna have it's gonna have the Chloe DLC game, and then Uncharted 4 and like a remaster, and it's gonna come to PC, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking amazing. But yeah, Sony had their showcase yesterday, and they displayed a lot of really good games. And you can see right here, this was a massive big one for me. The fact that the Old Republic is getting a complete remake. That's a great thing for me because I got Old Republic right there on Xbox, right? You guys can sit there and look at it right there. I have Old Republic 1 and 2, or not to the Old Republic 1 and 2, and I know a lot of people love those games, but unless you played them when they first came out, if you're new to those games and you try to play it now, it does not hold up. Like I did not play Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 when it first came out on the Xbox because I didn't own an Xbox. I was a PS2 guy, so I didn't get to play these games. So when I finally was able to get these games years later, it just doesn't hold up well. Graphically, gameplay, just overall, they don't hold up well. So the fact that Sony's like, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a remake, does it suck that it's a PlayStation exclusive? Yeah, it really does for me. It does. But I'm hoping we're going to get a PC port as well. And then we scroll down, and the other big news is Spider-Man 2. We all knew this was coming because Spider-Man 1 by Insomniac was a massive seller. Everybody loved it. We got the Miles Morales game. So the fact that we were getting a second one with Venom nonetheless, Miles Morales showing up, this was a no-brainer. I'm super excited for that game. I love the Insomniac Spider-Man game. It's fantastic. Nothing but praises for me with that game. Loved it. Then we get another teaser trailer for God of War Ragnarok. I really love God of War. If you're a fan of the first game, you're going to love this game. And then we go down to a few other games. I'm not really big on most of these. Alan Wake Remastered is a big one too. If you guys haven't played Alan Wake, like I said, it's right there. Alan Wake's right there. It was an Xbox exclusive on the 360. It's a really good game. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend you play that. Then, of course, we get Grand Theft Auto 5, more Grand Theft Auto 5 stuff. And then the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. That's something I'm looking forward to because I want to play this game again. I love this so much. I'm a big Uncharted fan. And another thing that a lot of people are talking about is the Wolverine game that was announced by Insomniac. So Insomniac's going to be doing Spider-Man 2 as well as a Wolverine game. So just a lot of really good stuff from Sony. But the biggest problem I have with Sony is not their games. Sony is, like, when it comes to games, like, they rival Nintendo, Like, Nintendo has some of the best first-party games. Sony always has, like, the best first-party games, where we're talking about God of War, Horizon, Uncharted, the list goes on and on, and those are just recent games. I'm not talking about like Ratchet and Clank and all these other games from back in the past. They have IPs that they don't even use anymore that are just massive, great IPs like Heavenly Sword and games like that. They have massive IPs and they always deliver on their first-party exclusive games. To me, it's just, I'm a little bummed because we're still not getting PS5s at a regular basis here. Like, we're going into like a year now and a PS5 is still not available in stores. And to be fair, the Xbox Series X and Series S aren't available in stores either. Like, all this stuff is online, but I don't want to have to fight bots in order to get my consoles. I was lucky I was able to get a Series X when it first came out on day one. I haven't had that luck to get a PS5, and the thing is, up until now, I had no reason to get a PS5 because the games that have been out so far, I'm like, I can wait on these games. But then you start telling me we're getting Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, we're getting the Knights of the Old Republic remake, and these are all PlayStation PlayStation exclusives, you make me like I want to get the console, but I don't want to have to fight in order to get the console. I need you to make it a little easier for me to get these consoles. Like, we're going into an entire calendar year at this point, and I still was not able to get a PlayStation 5. Normally, I get these consoles when they first come out, and I was like, okay, this ain't going to be so bad. I'm going to get a PlayStation 5 a few months later, and we're going into a year now, and I'm still not able to get a PS5, which really bums me out. But the bright side is, a lot of these games, like the Uncharted Collection, Horizon, those games are starting to make their way over to PC, so I would just play them there. But as a fan of gaming, PlayStation knocked it out of the park with this showcase. As a fan of gaming, they knocked it out of the park with this showcase, and my hats are off to them. Sony always knows how to deliver with the software, and that is the one thing I got to give a major props on, that other than Nintendo, Sony delivers with the software, and the games just are amazing. But I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Did you see the Sony showcase? What are some of the games you're most anticipated for? Leave those comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion. Later, guys.